Yes guys, welcome from me, this is Championship Manager 0102. We have got a preview save to fire at you now. Now this is from Mike Evangelou, who I believe is going on his honeymoon, and yesterday spammed me with 4 parts of his save. Now you may recall from Mike, we've had various games from him before. Not games actually, it's the same game. Now he sent me 4 parts. Now I'll be honest with you, I'm fucked if I'm going to do 4 videos on 4 parts. So what I'm doing is I'm going to fire up the last part he sent me, part 4, and then we're just going to have a little bit of an insight into where he's at, where he's got to, etc, etc. You may recall what it's called, the Journeyman Looney Tune. He started as Newcastle United. Part 38 to 39, I think that's what, unless that's a season number, which it might be. So I don't know what to expect this. I've not even fired them up. I've literally just extracted them all, and I say all because I downloaded all 4 parts he sent me. Then I just opted. I'm not gonna. There's not really any point in doing a video on one part and another one. So I'm just gonna do an extended video for you, Mike, for you to listen to whilst you're on honeymoon. A time for, I mean, there's no doubt a honeymoon is definitely a time to catch up on your YouTube videos. I totally see where you're leading with that. I think that's the right thing to do, you know, and anything else waits, alright? This is more important. And just to give you a pre-warning, it might be a bit of an extended one, given it looks like we've got a little bit of catch-up to do. So it looks like we are in the year then, 2039. So we're coming to the business end of season 38. So you are Fiorentina. So let's firstly just have a quick look then at your jobs and see where you've been. There's a lot to cover, where do you get this Miga Dante from? Am I missing something? Is it a film? Is it something? Is it a Godfather? So we knew you started as Newcastle, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, Rangers, Italy, Dortmund, Milan, Cruzeiro. Do I remember you being Cruzeiro? Not off the top of my head, I don't. Italy. See, I must, because I'm sure I might remember you taking over Italy again. Stade Liège, England, Rio, Ajax, Charlton. Nice. Brazil, Holland, and Fiorentina. So you've only recently taken over Fiorentina, it would appear. As you can see, in December. So you are still the manager of Holland, would I be right in saying? Yeah, you are still the manager of Holland. And you were Charlton for quite a period of time then. So 6 years at Charlton. I like that. That's very impressive. Oh yeah, of course. There you go. Right. Now, remember our last discussion, Mike? Little bit questionable for you, if I remember rightly. Don't think I forgot. I haven't forgotten this man marking, the striker man marking. And don't you give me none of that. Nah, let's be honest. So we had this on the last save I did of Mike Evangelou. Now, the good thing about all Mike's saves, they're all part of one save. It's not like a different game and a different game. But I raised a big question on his tactic. Okay, so 4-5-1. 4-5-1 steady. Okay, interesting. Direct play. I like direct play. I think direct play does well in the latter seasons of the ODB. You know what I'm going to here. I'm going to marking. Nobody on cross ball. Nobody on... I'm unsure about this, to be honest with you. I'm very unsure. A lot of simplicity, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. There's not enough tinkering on this. But, okay. Oh, no, never mind. Let's have a look now then at some of these players. So let's see. He's brought in 4 players since he's taken over. Tony Fox, 17 years old. Oh, you took it from Charlton. Right. I bet you transfer listed him at Charlton before you left. I mean, it begs the question... I'll be honest with you here, Mike. I'm going to question, because of the man marking of the goalkeeper thing, I'm going to question a lot of things, because there's a doubt in my mind. There is a doubt in my mind. And it don't matter. It don't matter what you say to justify the goalkeeper man marking. I'm going to doubt everything I see. So I'm going to be really honest here. So firstly, quality player here, Tony Fox, absolutely great. How did you locate him on a free transfer? That's my question there. Okay, next one, Zima Brimin. Verona. I don't see much in him, if I'm really honest with you. And I think he hasn't got the credentials, so a little bit surprised by that one. But I guess we'll have a look at your money in a minute. Paul Evans at Charlton. Okay, so the youth. So he came. So am I right in saying he came through the youth academy at Charlton? It's an absolute monster. Who is that? Duncan Ferguson, maybe? Absolute monster. Robson Barbosa de Souza. Look at that. What a ridiculous player. And how are you locating these people? How are you locating such fucking gems? I say how, you know, it's probably no different than me and Matt locating them in our game, I guess. And we're further into the game. Okay, so there are your 4 signings. Have you got any future signings? Erwin. I mean, where does he spring from? I mean, my question now, right, is you got this player here, Erwin Fissen. And I'm not disputing what a player he is. Look at him, he's a fucking monster. But my question now, that is probably Robben, isn't it? My question now is, how did you not get him at Charlton, or how have you not already got him, and yet he's been in the game for 4 years? I mean, I'll be honest with you, right? I get a little bit questionable on some of the players, what they've become. I thought it before in your previous save. I'm sorry, I know you think I'm being a cunt, right? I am going to question everything, and you've done that yourself. You've raised that doubt in my mind. You raised that doubt in my mind. So let me take a look at Holland. I think Holland is a good nation. I mean, I had this discussion with Matt recently about Holland is a... Oh, I see, yeah, so you've renamed him. Holland is... their regens, I think, are absolutely phenomenal. Some of these are just ridiculous. They really are insane. I mean, I'm gonna bet it's gonna beg another question for me here, Mike. I think I know what you're gonna say, but I know what I'm thinking. Have you used a patch to enhance regens? And the reason I'm saying that is because I know you can do it. I saw somebody on the on the Facebook group some time back. He did something and regens were coming through absolutely ridiculous, and he thought I was stupid. I know you can do it, and I'll be really, really honest with you. I suspect you've got something similar, and if you have, you have. You know, I'm not disputing that at all. And an example here is, I don't believe on the ODB there is any DMC, Dutch DMC, that has balance, bravery and flair 2020, because that's not Edgar Davids. I know it's not Edgar Davids. So my point is, either you've used a patch, which is fine, you've used a patch to enhance regens, or, and I hope this is not the or, I really hope it's the former, or you've got into the editor. Because this is an insane setup for Holland, and it's sort of, if I'm really honest with you, the fact that you are Holland, right, and I'm looking at every single player here who looks absolutely immense, would indicate to me that you have been in the editor. It would indicate that, I mean, it's not just your player. I mean, the fact that it's a national team, right, that's what makes this even more obscure. The fact that I mean, this is just getting ridiculous. This is silly. You know, the fact that it's a national team and not a club team. Because a club team, you could theoretically, with good amount of money, you could just go out and buy all the worldies. But you don't generate them in one country unless there's been some sort of... You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You want me to be honest, Mike. I'm not being a cunt. You want me to be honest. Now, yeah, that might be Van der Sar. But you know, these are ridiculous. Both your goalkeepers, and it's so rare to get in Holland 2 worldy goalkeepers. There's something not quite right. There's something not quite right here. I'm not sure what it is. So look at your under-21s. The under-21s are just, I mean, are really good as well. I mean, that first guy that I went to, who the fuck's Fred de Jong? So I would like a little bit more of an explanation. And if I'm really honest, and if I'm wrong, I hold my hands up. I think there's more to it. I don't think that this is normal. This isn't normal. There must have been some sort of enhancements. You can, there's a patch on Nick's Patcher called Pre-Gens, and you have it to a high standard. Now that isn't necessarily on your regens being better. That is based on, you know, when you start a brand new game, you send you send a scout out to find youth players, and they get created into the game. You can make them absolutely fucking amazing. Now my biggest person here that I'm going to use as an example here is this guy here. As I said, there is not a Dutch DMC with 20-20-20, which is what I refer as a balanced bravery flair. You know, I don't, and obviously, you know, you're tracking them. There's something not right, and I'm not being a cunt. I'm not being a cunt at all. Well, I am being a cunt. There's no doubt about that. I'm being a total cunt. Let's have a look at some of the signings then that you made at Charlton this year. So, again, how do you pull in players like that? A player that you've not already had. How have you not already got him? Do you know what I mean? You know, I genuinely feel, Mike, you've come to the end of this save, because these, you know, and I'm going to just repeat what I've already said. These are ridiculous. These are absolutely ridiculous. There's no way. There's no way that this is a legitimate, and it's more illegitimate. There's no way that there's nothing. I mean, look, there you go. That central defender, a Finnish central defender. The person you'd think is Sami Hyypiä, but balance, bravery, flair, 20-20-20. Let me remind you that the balance, bravery, flair do not alter in a player's regen. So basically, what you're telling me is that is a Finnish defender who starts. So that, you know, there's. I don't mean to be a cunt, Mike. I don't mean to be a cunt, but when I see stuff, someone put a picture on the Facebook group yesterday of their credentials with Ronaldo, and he was scoring like 130 goals a season. And whilst it's each to their own, I think you fucking cheating bastard. And I would believe that guy had a whip wob and a man mark the goalkeeper. Simple as that. Now, you know, yeah, you could say each to their own, and it is each to their own. And, you know, if that's the case, that is the case. Which is why I raised the question. I genuinely raised the question. So, in terms of your merry-go-round, Mike, with where you've been, I think that, you know, I can't grumble at that. But I am now going to make this save a nil and void. You are going to have to give me one fucking hell of an explanation to try and justify this, because there is something not right. That is a fact. I'm now going to check your money. 35 million. I'm now going to check something else. Okay. I know what I'm going to do very, very quickly. I know what I'm going to do. I'm testing you here. I'm testing you on something now. Right. So, Charlton have £310 million. Now, I'm going to raise that question. Now, in England, in the future, it's really only selected teams that sort of ascertain that sort of money. And bearing in mind, me and Matt are further in the game than what this is. So I don't expect to see that sort of money. So I'm now you know what I'm now going to ask. Yeah, I don't even need to say it, do I? I can see that you pulled in 136 million on player sales. That's this year. This year, so yeah, you sold some players there. So 74 million. No, you spent a lot more. No, you didn't actually. Tell a lie. So you spent 74 million on players, and you brought in. I would still like to know where all that. I mean, the TV revenue don't cover. Season tickets is awful. 16 million you're looking at a year. 16 million. That would be roughly, yeah, 16 million. So let's round up to 17 million pounds a year. You know, I don't know. I don't know. There's something a little bit untoward. I don't know. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's have a quick look. See, and this right now. Oh no, sorry, apologies. Right, let me just change over to. Right, so now this is what I want to check. I want to check your. I mean, what the fuck is that? Again, Balance Bravery Flair 2020-19. That is not right. That is absolutely not right at all. Now, this begs another question now that you've not sent any scouts out in Fiorentina, other than one where you've clearly sent him to the lower leagues of... no, not lower leagues. Italy. You've clearly sent him to Italy. So... you know, it begs a question. That's it from me, guys. I'm sorry, Mike, if I've been a cunt. You know me, I'm always going to be totally honest with you, right? But now it is the end. Enjoy your honeymoon, right? And this game is now nil void, okay? That is a fact. Till next time from me, guys. Take it easy.